Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's beautifully sunny. It's the weekend. Everyone's home. So I thought I'll make like a vegetarian curry feast, and I'm making a tandoori cauliflower curry. I did a roasted cauliflower curry some time back. Everyone loved it, and now it's Sia who's behind the camera and my favorite curry of all times. My son prefers the paneer curry, which is similar to that. Instead, I've used roasted cauliflower, but we prefer the roasted cauliflower. So I thought I'll make the cauliflower in a tandoori style. Change the sauce, change the basically a new recipe. And because it's the weekend, I don't want to cook tomorrow. I'm gonna make an extra curry with it, which is masala chickpeas, chole. Quick version, and I have some dal in the fridge that I need to use up, so I'm going to make flatbreads using the dal, some raita, some salad. So let's get cooking. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. Let's go. So I am going to start with 4 kind of medium-sized onions. If you're using large, then 2 will be enough, and I am just going to thinly slice them up, all of them, and get a pan nice and hot ready for the onions. So in a pan, I'm going to use a little bit of extra oil. So say around 100 ml of oil goes in. We are going to drain it. So like, don't be worried that we're using so much of oil for just the curry. So now let this get nice and hot first. So once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add the onions. Now I'm going to not rush this on high heat. I am going to cook this on medium to low heat, and I'm going to give it nicely, gently, good 12 to 15 minutes to get beautifully caramelized golden. And to this, after 5 minutes, I'm going to add 100 grams of cashew nuts. Not yet. Give it 5 minutes, then add the cashew nuts, then cook for another 10. So it has been 5 minutes, and you can see that the onions have started to just get the lightest of color, which is lovely. So now I'm going to add the 100 grams of cashew nuts so they can get nicely toasty as well. 10 minutes of cooking now. Okay, so now this is kind of simmering away very nicely. I'm going to move on to the cauliflower. Let's go. So this is my cauliflower, quite massive. When I bought it, the leaves were nice and lovely, but it's been in my fridge for a couple of weeks actually, which is good. It's lasted. So the cauliflower grows locally to us, so we get really nice, lovely cauliflower. I am going to save some of the leaves because I love the leaves. I'm going to chop them up. If I had cooked before, then I would have been able to save a few more leaves, but never mind. So just roughly chop, and then move on to the actual cauliflower. Just gonna cut it into florets. Try and make sure that the florets basically are all the same size. That is really, really important. That's the only important thing. Whether they're big or small, I would go for bite size, but whatever size it is, just make sure that they are same. That's it. So this is looking just lovely. I don't want too much more color, so what I'm going to do is get a sieve and a pan ready, and then pass this through the sieve so all the extra oil can be collected and I can get the onions and cashew nuts in a bowl. I'm going to give this good 10 minutes to get rid of the extra oil from the onions and cashew nuts. So the cauliflower and the leaves go in a roasting tin. Can I just say that if you want to use half the cauliflower, that is also fine. I do love roasted cauliflowers, so which you must already know by the recipes that I have shared. So that's the cauliflower, and I'm going to add some things to this. So I'm going to make a really nice marinade for this. So I've got, for the quantity of cauliflower that I have, I'm going to take 5 heaped tablespoon of yogurt, natural, Greek, whatever you want. Next, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon chili, teaspoon turmeric, 2 teaspoons tandoori masala, and a little teaspoon sugar. Now I'm going to get that oil from the onions, this oil that we collected, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of that in here. So it's going to get all the flavor of the onions and cashew nuts in the marinade. Now we come to the cauliflower. So I'm going to get the oven nice and hot at 200 C, 180 fan, and this is going to go in for a good 25-30 minutes. Just don't let it burn, that's all. So you can check it after 20 minutes, 25 minutes. The key is you want the cauliflower to cook and get the charred corners and edges, because that is what gives it the flavor. While the cauliflower is cooking, I'm going to start on the chickpeas. Just a very basic recipe. Get this nice and hot and chop up some onions. So for the chickpeas, obviously I'm cooking for 4 people, but it's going to be served with the cauliflower, so I don't need to make a big portion. So I'm just going to use 1 onion and just going to finely chop it up. So what I need is a nice hot pan, a couple of tablespoons of oil, just a little bit. Let it get nice and hot. In goes a teaspoon of cumin, then a teaspoon of mustard seeds, chopped up onion, also gonna chop up a chili and add to this. And I'm gonna give this maybe 6 to 8 minutes, nicely golden. There's the chili. So the tandoori cauliflower goes in. See you in a bit. And once you've got the lightly golden color, I'm going to add 2 to 3 chopped up garlic cloves and a very small piece of ginger. So I've just chopped it up roughly, and that goes in, and give it a couple of minutes. Once you have given it a couple of minutes, I'm going to add a tin of chopped up tomatoes. Now reduce the heat, and now I'm going to give this some time and love. So reduce the heat, cover, and let it just cook all this out for a good 15 minutes on low heat. Okay, time to add the spices. Good 15 minutes of slow cooking of this. Smells, looks great. A teaspoon salt, teaspoon chili, actually half because I've added that very spicy strong green chili, teaspoon turmeric, couple teaspoons coriander ground, and a teaspoon of homemade garam masala. And I'm just going to add 100 ml of boiling water to this, and actually a tablespoon of dried fenugreek leaves go in too. So this is 200 ml water. 200 ml, and then just let this bubble up for a minute. Oh, gorgeous. And to this I'm going to add a jar of this is a 1 jar which is 400 grams drained weight of chickpeas. Just going to get this out. Actually I have just collected the water too. I might just throw it in. There we go. This looks pretty good actually. Actually it's only little. I'll just add it in. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to cover and give this good 15 minutes on low heat. First bring it to a boil, then cover and cook on low heat for 15 minutes. So it's bubbling away nicely. I am just going to add a very tiny half a teaspoon of honey to this, and now cover and cook for a good, like I said, on low heat for 15 minutes. This is going to be so good. Looks great. Actually, I've got some already chopped up coriander. Let me just add it already. There we go. Actually, I'll mix it. Oh, God. Can't decide. Reduce the heat. Just want to give you a little recap. So I've got the chickpea bubbling away. I have got the cauliflower roasting away. And I've got this ready to move on to the next stage. And I had some dal, cooked tadka dal in the fridge, which I am going to make some dal parathas to go with all of this as a whole meal. So I just thought I'll show you what's going on in the kitchen, and then I'm going to do a quick washing up. Okay, so I have got the cauliflower done. I've got the chickpea done. I just want to show you very quickly that I've also made a little bundi raita to go with the meal and a lovely onion cucumber thing. And now I can get my focus back on finishing this. The dough has been resting for the parathas. I'm going to start making these, but first things, I'm going to get this on the hob. So this is going to get a very quick blitz. And to this, I'm going to add 4 to 5 garlic cloves and a little piece of ginger finely chopped up. And I've got 70 grams, like a small couple of tablespoons of tomato puree goes in. And now I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. So in goes 200 ml of water and then a quick blitz. So I'm using the same pan I fried the onions in. It has got like just a touch of oil left from when I used it. I'm not washed it, and I'm gonna turn all of this sauce back in the same pan. And whatever bits are left, I'm gonna add 100 ml of water more and get every last drop out. So what I'm going to do is nice little stir. I think it could do with another 100 ml of water. So that means I've added a total of 400 ml to this whole mix. And this is going to be covered and cooked slowly for a good 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, you know, I don't like to waste time. So I'm gonna roll and cook the parathas in those 15 minutes that I have. So if you want to make this, it's super simple. You take some plain chapati flour and add the cooked dal leftover. There is a full detailed video about this, how to make, on the channel. In fact, I've decided, I've changed my mind. Instead of parathas, I'm just going to make nice dal rotis. So if you're making paratha, you add oil in between the layers, and when you're making roti, you don't. You just cook it, and then once it's cooked, you just have a little brush of butter on top or ghee. Oh, so lovely and delicious. So after 15 minutes, I'm just going to add the spices to this. Just half a teaspoon of salt. We've got enough salt in cauliflower. If you feel it's less, then you can add more. And a teaspoon of turmeric. I've got a good heaped teaspoon of garam masala, a nice tablespoon of dried fenugreek leaves, and I'm going to add some chili powder. Teaspoon of chili powder. Give it a mix. I'm going to add a little bit more water to this. It's just a little bit too thick for my liking. So we have 100 ml more of boiling water. I'm going to add a drizzle of double cream to this. So that's 2 tablespoons. 3 to 4 tablespoons of double cream goes in. And now we can add the cauliflower. Now we've got our beautiful cauliflower goes in. Tandoori cauliflower. Look at that. Absolutely. Oh, the fridge is open. There's everything going on. Neighbor's garden, something work is going on. If you feel you need a bit more water, you can add it. If it looks too thick, it smells just too good. I have kept a handful of cauliflower to top it right now. So you guys shouldn't be surprised where it suddenly appeared from. Here's a few pieces left. You can finish this with coriander. I might add a few sprigs of coriander. Literally taking a few sprigs and tearing them up. And here's that lovely raita. I have shared how to make this raita in a different video separately, finishing it with cumin powder. Here is a lovely crunchy salad to go with it. And here is the lovely quick chole masala. And then I have got the rotis, dal rotis. It's finger licking good. That is just Wow. I genuinely really hope that you're going to give this a go. Everything is delicious. I've made enough that we can have some leftovers for tomorrow, so I don't have to cook tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. I try and respond to everyone. And I hope to see you back here for another new recipe soon. Bye.